Hello, everyone. Uh, Hope you are enjoying the engage. Uh, in my session, uh, the name is uh, referring as phrase in Turkish. Every brave man eats their yoghurt in own style. Maybe brave man or warrior. Uh, since we have using FileMaker many years, we have some techniques or every developers have their own style in some cases. Uh, if I could bring yogurt here, we will test how you eat, but I couldn't able to do it. As a workaround, I added some interactivity to my session, satisfy my curiosity about your style, not about for yogurt, but your farming techniques. Let me talk about myself a little bit. Yeah. I am Osman from Turkey. I like tech industry. I like innovation, to put new projects. Workplace innovation engineer, it's my title on my business card. I like it. I also love digital transformation type jobs or type projects. I am DDX certificated consultant. I really love to learn something new as a technical and also as a business and other customers' business. It's enjoyable for me. I am 28 years old in hex format. At a business event, a speaker mentioned he works with young guys with 20 and 25 years old, so he can deliver more innovative projects. I counted my age, it's way higher than that. But I believe I can still find innovative way to handle some things. So I adopted declaring my age in hex format. But in 2 years, I will be 2A in hex, so I don't have much time to make this joke anymore, so I use it every time I chance it. Actually, maybe I am using FileMaker from my childhood. It's almost 28 years in decimal. And the last one, I guess. Yeah. I have 2 child, when a baby and a boy, and a good family. Let's start. The first one. Before starting, I want to show an advertisement. Okay. If your asset or tool, effectively, you can achieve better results. In this example, advertisement on a paper, on a magazine, it delivers to act immediately with only the paper of design or writing the fonts up and down. It's a clever way to deliver their message. I guess if you are writing this advertisement, you make your hand left and right, you start to make some move. It's a clever idea. I know FileMaker is not a presentation tool, but my first item is presenting the work. In this case, I add some functionalities to make my presentation via FileMaker. I know it's not a tool for that, but I add some interactivity. Oh, sorry, the past. Can you clear the? No. Can you clear the votes? In this example, in my presentation, it's interactive with a QR code. It's built on FileMaker and WebDirect. You can vote each items. What you think? I curious about it. Which method do you want to prefer? And also, I am using my phone to make slide next and previous. It's not a thing, but it's enjoyable. I like it. And what do you think? Maybe a minute later you can start because my test result is here. Or maybe you can only delete the test data from yesterday. It's maybe better. Do you able to join the WebDirect session from QR code? Huh. Yeah. Oh, FileMaker is so close to Keynote. Ah, Keynote pass. I prefer Keynote in most cases, but sometimes I use. Oh, maybe we limit the time for voting. Uh, in your votes, you can vote more than one items. So it looks so interesting. I switch to the next one. Uh, New window to keep context. When you perform search operations in a different layout with the same table occurrence, it changed the found state, the sort state, and the record you are being, the context. So I prefer doing this task on a new window in general in my scripting. This makes when I close the window, I back exactly where I started. And many people think like me. Next one. Perform find with a single line of perform find script or multiple lines. At yesterday conference dinner, I'm sorry I forget the name. Maybe he's here or not. Someone said, writing code is easier than reading code. I completely agree. We should care person who will read our codes later. In past, I used to like single line to my scripts shorter, but last years I like also the next one. But single line perform find script is more easy to write. So I have a solution for that. For example, it's easy. Let me go to dev mode. I make a search. I just click. It's my flag demo and my new request. Omit the items without option method. I do perform find from a user interface. Now I can easily write a script. Perform find. All is here automatically. So it's easy to write. But I can have a tool. This make, convert my perform find code into multiple lines of enter find mode, set field using FM XML snippet. So I can paste it here. It's all done. I like small tools like that to speed up my development process. Let me go to demo off. Okay. And I switch the third one. Okay. Sorry. Let's start again. Also, most people agree. Sorry. This is my beta, so there's some unwanted situations. Okay. I also prefer to, I think you get the idea, create a new dedicated layouts for scripting to avoid unnecessary excessive UI elements, triggers, and other overhead. I have new layouts for script in most cases, maybe every time. Next one. Native or third parties. Sometimes native functions cannot do more than we expected. I missed Russell's session yesterday about dashboards. He really dived into FileMaker Native to build such a complex dashboard. I missed it. I'm really curious about it. I enjoy using, I feel more comfortable with the native functions. But if it's not, okay. But sometimes there's some tips and tricks again. I have a small example again. Let's say visualize data. A small thing I want to, let me open the example file. For example, I have a company and the product sales over year and year. It's a simple bad UI example. It's hard to compare numbers year by year because there is extra columns, quantity revenue, and quantity revenue, maybe average price. I just add a function to highlight it. If you hover, it automatically shows the other years. It's native. It's easy, so it's practical. I like the methods like that, some tricks. The set will command can trigger actions such as auto enters, calculations, lookups, maybe triggers, on window transaction trigger again. This can lead unnecessary I/O operations or change log. So when it's possible, I prefer using if statements to handle if the record is really need to be updated or it's same or it remains the same, because I see in much cases set field flag to 1, it's already 1, so no need to update that record. And it also depends on the projects. Someone won't care, it's okay. Okay. Let me switch to the next one. No need to explain this item again. I usually prefer custom menu to delete field, the text, the data format to clear font size and color. If I don't do this, I will see the Comic Sans font in blue on a gray background. But I really wonder what's your option. Oh. you can select custom menu, and in edit menu paste item, you can select a script instead of current script or current action. Scripts make page without style. I sometimes use remove text formats, but it makes many fields to make auto enter calculation. I don't like. Maybe scripts handle it. If you are controlling by the scripts, maybe it's other solution. In my own files, I also use Command Z. Okay. Many people don't think like me in this case. The next one. Don't rely on users to always they enter data correctly, especially in business critical solutions. Always implement validations, controls, and automatic fixing, automatic corrections, such as removing space and escape characters. I even notice a character with the ASCII code 0. It's a null character. I don't know how the user managed it, but they did. There is a null character with ASCII code 0. It's hard to replace or substitute it with a command. So there is a entry in community to make it possible to clear null characters, the ASCII code 0 from your text or automatic calculation. Even if you are using XML, those characters are problematic. Maybe in integrations again. And this one. Simple is better. Everyone maybe thinks similar. I don't like diving into many nested if statements. Instead of I use exit scripts to avoid complex if, as if. Let me show an example here. For example, I have a script. It's not a long, it is the dummy script that do nothing, but there's some conditions. But my choice is this one. It's more clear. It starts and ends here. If not, I don't need to continue. And the next one. Oh, I like this one. It's small, but helpful for the developers who doesn't maybe use before. There is a small nuance with the copy and duplicate. I also wrote a small notes about it. And we can select, I copy and paste. This makes my script connections is already moved, but if I use duplicate, it only copy A and copy B. It's again connected to old scripts, my script B. In this case, copy and paste. My new scripts also refers to new script, the other one, because they are calling each other. Next one. Again, don't trust as. If it is critical operation, be careful using if and else statement, such as authentication, maybe validation, or critical jobs. make sure to handle all possible cases. Unexpected conditions can arise. For example, if you are checking a JSON data and is greater than 0, you might encounter error if JSON is not formed well, or there is a no related record. If you check it's 1 or 0, maybe it's null, maybe it's not accessible to that relation. The record doesn't exist. So if it's critical, control each cases with as if statements. If, as if, maybe as if. Don't use as if it's critical to do it. I mean. Next one. Again, it's easier to read code when you use variables in writing in calculations instead of calculations as a direct parameter. This approach helped me a lot when I reviewing or debugging script. A good example is insert from URL. If you are using variables, you can go steps earlier and change the variables and run again without exiting the script, going to the script workspace. I like variables in this case. It's longer script, but easy to read, easy to maintain. I think in general, many methods are similar or same across the all developers here. Fine. Next one. Denormalization. I'm not sure the correct word. In past, I call data relationship in every time if I need it, but using with the application running on the wide area network, it makes performance down or smoothness of the scroll in list views. So to achieve these small scrolls in the list views, I move data to child table if I need. For example, I prefer to copy customer name, customer maybe phone or city to invoice table. So in invoice list view, it's better to view or it's smoother scrolls. Okay, me too in some cases. But it has disadvantage. It makes more storage, and in some cases you should consider the change in customer name, and you may update the old records. It depends on the project or the critical how the data is important. If it's changed, it should be or not. Yeah. The next one. It's not a too complex one, but again, a user enter data, a big picture. There is a function there, get thumbnail. It's automatically resize the image. So if you never use this function, please use. But maybe in same cases again. Sorry, I just switched the next one. Before the pull ends or not. Secret parameters. I'm not sure on this item. Maybe there's different thoughts about it. I love using script parameters, and I'm sure many developer likes as well. But how do you prefer to use it? Oh, there is an empty item method sometimes. To 5 people likes that. Do you prefer long scripts? Many jobs handled in single script with a parameter, or again with a parameter but more shorter or aimed script with the name and their action. Sorry. I don't want to use scripts. I don't use scripts. I mean, without script, you are doing your job without scripts. Uh, because FileMaker is a no-code, low-code, and pro-code. Sometimes using FileMaker without any script, only its own projects, go to layout with a menu or with a user interface, and doesn't or don't use any scripts in some small usage. No, uh, some citizen developers, actually they are not developer, maybe, they don't use any script. So it's an option if there's a one in here who never use script with many years using FileMaker, but without any script. I see some cases. Yeah, in general, everybody agree. The next one, uh, auto enter and lookups. If I remember correctly, before version 7, lookup was only an option to get data and refresh lookup value if the user change the key field. After version 7, there's an option, recalculate auto enter if the field is empty or not. There's an option for that for the new versions, way new versions, or after version 7. So I prefer to use auto enter. It's make me more comfortable if cases or some calculations. But in some cases, I still use auto enter. For example, it's a good feature. If there's a no related value, take lower or higher value, the next or previous value in the relationship. But they are mostly interchangeable in many cases. I select auto enter if I need to select one of them. And most of the people thinks like that. Loop and replace in scripts also. Uh, Actually, I'm not sure. It depends on the case, because if the all records should be replaced or set or replaced, okay, I prefer replace. It's faster. But if I control the data, if replace or set field or not, I can use loop and set fields and with if statements. Maybe it's beneficial if, let's say, I have 100 of or 10,000 records. Only few of them will change after replace operation. So maybe I select loop instead of replacing, because replace change the value each time it's even changed or not. As I mentioned in previous item, set field do not set if not needed. It's similar maybe on that case. Okay, it's almost close each other. The next one, and the last minute, delete or not. I don't like to delete because it's many people may think similar. I put X character or any specific character in my again empty choice. But honestly, sometimes there are many fields and tables or table occurrence with the X character in front of it, but it still remains months and years, so sometimes we live in garbage. Okay. And it's almost done. the last one I selected. PDF in WebDirect. I just wonder your style, if you are willing to save a PDF on a WebDirect. I used to use some operations on server side or doing PDF generation in WebDirect clients. Later I noticed the print commands opens a new window with a PDF file, much more easy. So I prefer print in some cases in WebDirect to generate a PDF file. This is the last one I select for today. Also, my presentation file has a ability to update itself because it's a FileMaker file. It checks the version, and if I add some new items on this file, you will able to download new file. Maybe in later it automatically downloads with a connection, maybe XML import or data API. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you enjoyed.